are a circle within a circle with no beginning and never ending.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. My name is Hen, and today we're continuing with my almanac. So I've done all the covers: spring, summer, autumn, winter. I'm happy with some more than others. I'm really happy with the autumn and winter ones. I think they're really fabulous. Not so much with the spring and summer, but do you know what? It's fine. It is what it is. But as you can probably see, they've got a bit warped under the from the glue, I guess. Particularly this one, which I think is because of the fabric. I put quite a big blob of glue in the middle of that one. But they've all gone quite. In fact, that one's pretty warped as well. So we're going to try and stiffen them up today, and then we're going to put the bindings in. So first thing I want to do, actually, before I stiffen them up, I'm not keen on this. So I'm going to put some pretty tapes over the top just to hide that. It doesn't matter at the back, but on the inside, I'm going to see it a little bit. So I'm thinking I'm going to put tape all the way around, along and around, and I'm going to use these tapes. They're marble effect tapes, which goes well with the marble. But I've got to work out what colours to use because I don't have all of the colours of the paper I've used. So I want to do a contrasting, and I'm going to do contrasting insides, which I'm going to use to stiffen up. So if we work out what colour paper I'm going to use, then I can work out what colour tape I'm going to use, if that makes sense. So I've got some of this. It's just cheap card that I got from like kiddies card, from like craft sections. Quite vibrant colours, as you can see. And this is what we're going to use. We're going to work out what goes with what. So, if I start with the spring and look at the colours I've used on the outside, it's reds, oranges, yellows and blues, mainly yellow. So I think I'm going to pick the yellow to go with that one. Ooh, that's really bright. Have I got a lighter yellow? No, I've only got that yellow. I think I've used up most of my pastel, and I'm left with the brights mainly. So, but that will go on the inside like so. It will just give this a bit more rigidity, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. So if I then look at my tapes, possibly that orangey colour there. Let's have a look. Let's empty the tapes out. I've got that orangey there. Come out. It's not going to come out, is it? Who decided putting round things in a tube is a good idea? I have no idea. So I can get my scissors in there to poke them out. Not them scissors, I can't. Oh, what about this pen? That might work. Then. Come on. No. Try a pencil. Try anything. They don't want to come out at all, do they? Where's my poking tool? Maybe that will work. No, because it's not long enough. See if I can get this end off, and I might be able to push them out then. She says. That don't want to come off at all. Might have to cut into the tube. Not what I wanted to do, but hey ho. It is what it is. I'll rehome the tapes somewhere else because there we go. They really were not going to come out otherwise. bit of fluff from when I was making the Christmas stuff. So, what one was I looking at? That one. Well, that's got some pink in it. I might leave that for... I think I'll go for this one. Okay. So we'll pop that aside for a moment. Pop everything else to the side for a moment. What I'm going to do is going to go up and over. Hopefully this tape will stay. Hopefully. I'm going to have to do a couple of strips of it. Like so. Okay. Chop that end off. On purpose leaving it a bit longer because I want to tuck it around the other side. And we do the same over this side. Overlap it slightly. Just to make sure it's completely covered. Like so. Quite like that. That's pretty. Probably won't see much of this, but I just wanted to, you know, make it look nicer than it did. And then we're going to get our yellow. I'm going to cut this in half. And then we're going to have that tucked behind. Let me just check something. Yeah, we won't be able to go right to the end, but that's fine because this is quite a bit longer. But that's fine. We'll just give it a bit more strength. So I'm just going to cut this in half. Okay. Fold it across like that. Just to give myself a mark. There we go. Oh, you can't see. There. So I'm just not fully creasing it, but marking it like that. And then that gives me a nice idea of where I need to cut. That way, thank you. There we go. I have to move it up slightly. I know you're not going to be able to see the top, but I can't see the bottom if I don't move it up slightly. I need to know what I'm... There we go. I think that's on the same line. Yeah. Like so. I need to find another one of these knives because this one seems to be getting blunt. There we go. Hopefully I cut that in half. Yes, I did. So that'll go in there like so. Up to the fold. And that will just give that a little bit more stiffness. I need to turn this into a pocket and I don't want to lose any of this height. So I want to make a, what do you call it? A gusset of some sort. So that when I put things in the pocket, they could be the same height of paper. Because if I put them in, if I don't put a gusset in, it's going to reduce my pocket size by a fair amount. So I'm going to make a gusset, and I'm going to use, remember that card we were using before? I'm going to use this to make gussets, I think. Or am I? I wonder if I've got any other scrap card that I can use. It's a bit less rigidity than this, because I don't need it to be this rigid. Let me have a look. Okay, so I found a old colouring book cover. This will work. You won't see this side because it'll be inside, so you'll just see the white on the outside, and that will work for me. So I need to work out the width. It can be slightly smaller than the flap. That's great. And then I'll cut it into about 1/2 inch strips. I think that will work. So that'll be the width. What's that? What is the width? 4 inches. So I do it 3.5 inches or thereabouts. 1, 2, 3.5 to there. That should be fine. Let me use a pen to mark that. There we go. A pencil. Doesn't matter what pencil. Just a colouring pencil. Okay, so I know it's that. So let's cut that off. Don't move. Thank you. Oh. There we go. So that's cut off. And then I'm going to need 4 for each thing. So I need 8 in total. How many can get out of this? This is, how wide are we? 10 centimetres. 20 centimetres and a little bit. So if I did it 2 centimetres each. Yeah, let's do it 2 centimetres each. So I can get 10 out of this. Okay, cool. And I need 4. Oh, I need more than 10. So let's do markings. Where's my pencil gone? Just going along every 2 centimetres. I don't know why I turned the ruler up that way, because I could have had it as inches, but that's fine. Right, okay. So if I'd done it in inches, it would work so much better with this board. I think I've got centimetres on the other side though. Got centimetres on the other side. I think I do. Bear with me, I'm going to flip it over. There we go, flipped it over. I've got centimetres now, so help me with my guidelines. So let's hold that up against there. So I didn't even need to mark it because I had the guidelines. And down, 1. Oh, move slightly. 2. Not worried about it being too perfect. These are going to be hidden away anyway. 3. No, come on. I'm just going to do 1 today, I think. Maybe we'll do more. Depends on how long this takes me. Hopefully I'll get at least one of them completed, because I want to move on to the main cover tomorrow. I've not got long till the full moon, like less than 2 weeks now, and I want to have at least that part of the inside done before we get to it, because the whole idea of this is to help me plan my page in the year. Oh, that went off to skew with. It's fine. It's fine. Like I said, they don't have to be perfect. I'm hoping that these won't catch too much, but we'll see. That'll do for now. Right, okay. Let's just get these for now. And I need to fold them in half. So I'm going to use my ruler, like I usually do, to mark it, although I need to fold it the other way. I should turn it upside down. Let's turn it upside down. Try again. Because I want this on the inside, remember? Which won't be seen. Come on. Finger. Come on. Why are you not lifting? Let's try one I haven't folded already, because that's not cooperating at all. Try again. Making me look like a fool. A fool, I tell you. Oh no, just don't want to fold that way, does it? There we go. Got it. Got it in the end. So I want 2 of them, like so. And another one. If you've got a scoreboard, I do have a scoreboard. It might make life easier. If you don't have a scoreboard, you can use the slot in your cutting paper cutter as well as a score for scoring. But I'm not getting my. I've got the scoreboard right over there. I don't know what my scoring tool is though. So let's get on with building this spring one. So I've got them ready. I've got my card ready. I've taped that. So what I've got to do is I'm going to glue these down here, like so, and like so. Then I'll put my card in, and then I'll glue it shut. Okay? So let's get the glue. Scrappy paper. Scrappy paper. Just so I don't have to worry about getting glue everywhere. I don't want it. I think I want to get that to fold down more tight than that. So I'm just use the handle of my scissors just to push it down a bit more, like so. There we go. That's better. It's not springing up as much. See? Look at the difference. It's still quite a stiff card. I probably could have gone with something a lot thinner. But it's what I found, so it's what I'm using. Okay. So, glue. Glue-de-glue. Way too much glue on there. Don't need that much, but you know what you can use to get rid of glue? Too much glue, or to spread glue. Get a bit of card, spread it like that. Oh, how'd that stick to there? So I'm going to pop that in there towards the fold, but not all the way to the edge, but bring it all the way to the edge, or actually slightly down from the edge on the paper. So it's going to just stick out slightly, and I'm fine with that. Like so. Come on. If you have a quicker drying glue, this would be so much easier for you to do, but I don't. So it is what it is. Is what it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. Okay. More glue on there. Just making sure it's spread all over. Yeah, it is. Let me just get rid of some of the sticky off my fingers. That's how you get sticky off your fingers. And then put sticky straight back onto your fingers. That's exactly how you do it. Just come up there so I can see where I'm gluing. Oh, you can't see where I'm gluing though, because I know that's above the camera. There we go. Over to this edge. Not quite up to the edge. And just sticking off the paper a little bit. Just slightly off like that. See? I'm going to pop that down. And then we get this. And that will go in under there. Like so. And then just up to the fold. Like so. Okay? Makey sensey? I'm not going to cover the whole of it in glue because I don't want more warping going on. I'm just going to go around the edges and a little bit in the middle. Oh, where's my gluey paper? Gluey paper. Let's get a fresh gluey paper because I don't want that glue. Let's just flip it over. I don't want the wet glue all over the top half of it, do I? So I'm going to go around the edges, like so. I'm going to use the cardboard to spread it again, because I really don't want it on thick. And this comes out quite thick. Just a little bit in the middle, not too much. That should be more than enough. Let's get a bit of cardboard. We're going to spread that, make sure all of the edges are covered, like so. All that to the edges. Make sure the edges are covered. Let's just spread that around. We don't need to put too much on the middle. Move that off. Move that out of the way. Let's get this. So you can see it's already warping because of the glue. But it will be. That's not quite up there, is it? There we go. That should be good. I've got a bit of glue there, so that's fine. Let that dry. It will dry clear anyway. But what I want to do before that dries is make sure all of the edges are pushed down. Like so. Right. Rubbing off the excess glue there, look. Don't know how I got glue over there, but I did. Fine, that's dry anyway. Okay, that's down. And we'll glue here, and close it up like so. So I've got to be careful because I can't not get the glue everywhere really, can I? Let's try. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. Use the cardboard spreader. Make sure it's all covered. All covered. There we go. Fold it over. And push it. Oh, where are we going? Why have you gone skew here? Maybe I just didn't glue that straight. No, I've not folded this straight. Oh, there's an issue. Let's bring that up a bit. That's better. Sort of. Not great, but better. So it wasn't folded quite straight. It's still not quite right, but it's better than it was. Okay, so we'll leave that side to dry. Then we'll do this side. Same as before. We've got that needs to go on. Do that in a minute. We need to do my two flaps. So let's fold them. Get rid of you, your excess. Don't need you. Come on, fold for me. There you go. So that one worked better, didn't it? That one won't as stubborn as the others. Although it's not particularly well folded in half, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Use my scissor hand to squeeze them down, like so. If you've got a, oh look, neither of them are particularly straight. It's fine. As long as this edge is straight on here, that's all that matters. Okay, so let's put something to weigh you down. Scissors. There we go. Ruler. Weighing it down because it just wants to fold up at the moment. Scrappy blue paper. There we go. I'll put it on the bigger side to start off with, just because I need more manipulation. Oh, lump of glue. Guess who didn't put the lid on their glue last night? Same with that one. Get this one ready. There we go. Realise you probably can't see what I'm doing again. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can. Yeah, you could. That's good. Get my cardboard to spread it all over, making sure it's completely covered. Like so. Then we'll pop this one down here. So the opening is going into the paper. I hope that makes sense. Oh, we'll need this down there. There we go. Leave that little bit sticking out there, just a fraction. Same on this one. Just sticking out a fraction, like so. There we go. fresh bit of gluey paper. Maybe one that's not tiny. There we go. Fresh bit of gluey paper. Then we need this. Move it over a little bit. Oh, do you know what I've done? I've stuck them in the wrong place. I just realised. Are they too? No, I can move them. I put them on the flap and not the. I need them on here. Hopefully. Yeah, good. Wasn't completely dry. We'll need to put some more glue on them though. But that's fine. Put a bit more glue on it. I was like, hang on, they're meant to be underneath the paper, and they weren't going to be underneath the paper because I stuck them on there and not here. That one as well, a bit more glue on. You can't see what I'm doing. See, why didn't one of you tell me? You're putting it in the wrong place. What friends were meant to help friends out. That's leaked glue everywhere. I put way too much glue on that one. Hopefully this is in the right place. That'll do. That'll do. Bit of tissue there. Get rid of that. There's a bit of scrap napkin left over from me cutting out the flowers. Okay. Fixed it. Move it out of the way a minute. Step there a minute. I need space. I need space. Get around this way. So you can see everything I'm doing. So I'm just going to go around the edge, around the edge, around the edge, around the edge. Tiny bit in the middle. That'll do. Get my bit of cardboard and I'm going to push out to the edge, like so. So that way I know that the glue is going all the way to the edge. And then spread that around in the middle. Just making sure all of the edges have got glue on. You can see. Don't leave it too long. Move that out of the way. Bring this in. And we're going up to that fold mark there. Just this side of it, leaving a slight gap. Move. You've come over too far. How have you gone so crooked? Or did I tape it crooked? I could have taped it crooked, couldn't I? Let's go for a little bit more. Luckily, like I said, mine doesn't instantly dry, so I have a bit of manipulation time. Some glue's instantly dry. That'll do. It's not as tight as that one is, but if I keep moving it, the glue will dry and then it will be no good. There we go. And then we need glue on here and glue on here. So I'm putting glue on here. That's too much glue. But we have my little cardboard spreader, she says, where she put it. How have I buried it? How have I lost it? I've just had it. Oh, dang it. I just literally had it. Oh, there it is. I'm just being blind. There might be enough glue on there. I think there's enough glue on there. Yeah, there is. Then we'll fold this down like so, pushing that in. And again, this one's gone skewy. Might be just because it's warped. There we go. So hopefully this side is dry enough. Yes, it is. So now you can see I will be able to put a piece of paper that's A4 size into that, or A5 size. Hopefully I should be able to fit it in there. She says, oh, yeah, just about. It will just fit in there. This isn't very tight, very stiff paper. Maybe I needed to go over a little bit more of that. No, I've gone over the edge. Oh, I didn't go over the edge on this side. How did I not go over the edge on this side? What I'll do is I'll fold that slightly further down. I'll fix it. I will fix it. There we go. Probably gone too far down now. But hey ho. It should now. Put glue on there again. Yeah, I think I've gone too far down now, but hey, is what it is. Practice makes perfect, and all of the others will be better. She hopes. She hopes. Is this side better? Because I've definitely had a bit of an edge on both of these. Yes, see, there you go. That goes in perfectly fine. And once that's dry again, it will go in perfectly fine. See? So what I've got now is that's the cover for my spring one. All done and dusted. All looking pretty. Sort of. Now the next thing to do is to put in my elastic binding. So we know this is an inch thick. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a strip of card that's an inch thick to use as a template. So mop that out of the way. And this is where I've now got the wrong lines again. But hey ho, we'll work with this. I can just use the ruler to keep measuring down. So if you haven't got one of these boards, you can just do the old-fashioned way of making marks along the paper. Don't know where the green pencil's there. I've got a purple one now. Very much sharper. So I'm going to go against the edge of that paper there and mark a couple of marks down, one there, one there. Oops. I'm on the wrong way. I was wondering why that was looking wrong. I was on the wrong way up with the ruler. Start again. Let's do it this way. There's a ruler. 1 inch. Do another one. Edge ruler. 1 inch. One more. Edge ruler. 1 inch. And what we'll do is we'll join them lines together. Ignore these lines. I can find them. There they are. Oh. We're joining the lines together, and that'll give you an inch thick piece of card. Why is it not looking inch thick? It's fine. It's fine. It will work. It was just the angle I was looking at it and made it look wrong. Okay. So this will be our template for the spine and the piercings of the spine. I don't even need that long piece. So what I'm going to do is work out the middle of this, which will be 1/2 inch. So there. And then I want to do roughly halfway between each one. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want the holes to be evenly spread. Okay, so that's what I've got. I've got a little bit of room here, remember? So I want to bring them in to the edge, but not quite onto here. You've got to be as close to this as possible because I don't want them too loose. So I'm going to poke some holes in this to use as my guide. Sorry about that. Where have I put my pokey tool? I buried it. Buried it. Oh, there it is. Let's move that card out of the way. There we go. So I'm going to use this pokey tool, and I want to make sure they're all in line with each other as well. So I'm going to use my ruler to make sure I've got a straight line. I'm going to poke like so. Don't worry about if you've got a mat underneath. It won't ruin your mat. They're self-healing sort of mats. Like so. So I've marked that. And I'm going to poke with my pokey tool all the way through. And I want to bring it up quite high up on the pokey tool, so I've got quite a big hole. Like so. So these are now my guide holes. But remember, I need them quite close to the edge. So I'm going to trim off some of that. I don't need that. Put my guide holes on the line. Let's do it the other way round. Guide holes on the line. Let's bring that. About to there. So almost right up against them, but not quite. So this is my guide holes. Don't need all this excess, so let's get rid of some of this. Because I'm going to just use the same. Normally when you're doing like a 3-hole pamphlet thing, you'd want the whole length, but I don't need it for what I'm doing. So what I'm going to now do is bring that up here. Use this as my guide. Poker tool. Poker tool. Poker tool. And I could just Yeah, actually that's what I want to do. I want to do that. So I'm flipping it over this way. So it's the other way up. Otherwise, I can't guarantee that these holes are going to line up otherwise. Break it all. Break it all. Break it all. So I should have 3 holes at each end. Yes, I do. Now, like I did with the cardboard template, I now want to go through with my poker tool and make these holes bigger. Like so. And this is quite reinforced now with the tape and the cardboard. 2 layers of cardboard is pretty reinforced. Like so. So we want fairly big holes, because then I don't have to worry about a needle. And my elastic is quite thick. I don't think it will go into any of the needles I have at the moment in time. Oh, there we go. I'm going to push it all the way through like so. I want them holes big. And now where have I put my elastic? I know I have it because I had it earlier. I made sure I had it before I started. Okay, I found it. It's fallen down my chair. So I've got this just elastic, £1 elastic from Home Bargains. If you're a Home Bargains, I think it was Home Bargains. Pretty sure Make and Craft is Home Bargains. It could be the Works, one or the two. You get quite a lot on there for £1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do elastic bindings on this. I'm not going to cut it off the reel yet because I don't know how much I need. I don't want to waste any. Bear with me a moment. So we're going to thread it in from this side, from the back, through one of the edge holes, she says. Turn it over, it's easier to see. Go on through. Like so. And then I'm going to bring it up to this hole at the top here. Got quite a bit through. Going to need quite a bit. Like so. And then I'm going to go back through the back, through the middle hole. Like so. If you can see, these holes are a bit, what do you call it? Where it's pushed through, they're a bit tighter than they are from the other side. So I'm just going to wiggle my finger through a little bit like that. There we go. I can see the hole better now. So I'm going through that hole from this side. Like so. Flip it back over. And then I'm going down the middle and through this hole here. Like so. And then we're going to go back through this hole here. Let's get my poker tool again, just so we can open a bit more. Better. And then we're going to go through this hole. And the last hole we're going through is the bottom hole. Now I've now got way too much. I don't need it that long. So I'm going to bring some of it back through. Just need it to be a bit longer than there. Just so I can go through it. Like, oh no, ignore me. I do need it that long. Bring it back. Bring it back. I just realised I've got to go all the way along the back with it. So I do need it that long. Ignore me. So back through this hole. You do need the extra. You do need the extra. I mean, I could have done it without having the extra. There we go, all the way through. And then what we're doing is we're joining this end and this end. So I'm just going to cut that there. Move out the way. So you want the elastic to be taut, but not so it makes the paper fold. Does that make sense? So fairly taut, but not too taut. So I'm just going to tie it like that. There. Should be all right. Have a look. There we go. So I've now got 3 binding spaces in which I can put these. Are not necessarily going to be the paper to put in, but I can now have 3 signatures in each one in this. So 1, probably not the papers I'm going to be using. I need to dye some more paper. There's the centre bit, that's the centre. 2, and you can, and because I've done the elastic, I can add things and take things out whenever I want. These are not even signatures. Where's the third one? There it is. Pop it through like so. Not even evenly folded papers. But there you go. And what you have now is spin one. I'm going to put some yellow ribbon on here. I found some yellow ribbon. It's just, I think it will just finish it off. Because it's too far away from that edge. I don't like it. And it gives it a bit of texture that all the others have got and this one hasn't. So, let me get some of this yellow ribbon out. She says. There we go. There's it. There's that plastic off. Where's the end of the ribbon now, though? I think this is chiffon ribbon. Yeah, it is. There we go. I might ruffle it. Make it a bit longer. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do 2 strips of it. Yeah, I'll do 2 strips of it. So, bit of glue. Don't need a lot. Very thin layer of glue. Where's my cardboard spreader? There it is. Just going to neaten up that edge there. And that, get rid of my hair that's molting. Scissors. Cut. Okay. Maybe even triple layer it. Have I got enough to do triple layer with what I've cut? Let's have a look. Just about. Fold that in half. Bit more glue. Oh, that's a lot there. Should be enough there, on there for this last bit. Don't need to add any more glue. Oh, there we go. Oh, she says, doesn't want to stick now. There we go. Oh, I like that. Just gives it that little bit of extra je ne sais quoi. Oh, it didn't stick though. Maybe I do need a bit more glue. There we go. Yeah, like that. Just gives it that little bit of je ne sais quoi. I'm making up French words now. Sorry, I apologise to all the French people. So there you have one internal part with 3 signatures ready to go into my, don't touch that until it's dry, into my almanac. And I think I'm going to leave it at that and do the rest off camera and show you what I've done later. Bye bye for now.